Hey there, welcome back. Just testing my camera here. So I checked today. My Dan Burson order was on Thursday, and it is now almost a full week later, and it still hasn't shipped. That's actually not like DVG. They're usually pretty quick about this. I mean, sometimes they go on holidays and whatnot, but I'm not aware of one a week before Halloween like this. So I might reach out to customer service if I don't hear from them by tomorrow. They did say they received my order, so I don't want to panic or anything. But yeah, it's just I would have expected it to be on its way. That, or it could be one of those situations where it is on its way and they forgot to send me a shipping notice. That's always possible, I guess. But DVD is usually pretty good about doing both. So, I mean, we're okay. We got Eagle Leader. I do have to put some caveats because I know some folks have been, multiple folks in fact, are asking me to cover Fulcrum Leader. It is definitely my intent. However, I have to point out one key thing. Europa Universalis 5 comes out on Tuesday, 1 week from today. And Europa Universalis 4, which I actually covered on this channel, is one of my favorite games of all time. So I think that a vanilla version of EU5 is probably going to be a little disappointing because it usually takes Paradox a few DLCs to get it right. And when I say get it right, I mean to make the game really good. But I'm still going to be playing it, folks. There's no, ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I do have some nervousness and trepidation about where they're taking it, because to be quite honest, think that EU4 is almost a near perfect game. I definitely have some things that I think could be improved upon, but I just don't see them, like the things that they're mucking with EU5 is definitely, I'm not so sure about. They're getting rid of the mana system and they're moving towards the a population system, which I'm not a fan of because a population system just means the bigger countries win. And I don't think there's been a game that's come out yet that uses a population system that has been proven otherwise. With EU4, with the mana system, your monarch has certain skills, and if your monarch is just as good as a large country's monarch, you can, and it's the whole tall versus wide argument. But they had it solved. Like, you can go tall and you can go wide in that game. I don't know how you can do that when you have population as your limiting factor. But I guess with a smaller population, you can at least get more unity in your country, and maybe that can achieve something. It's possible. I guess I'm just waiting to see. Like I said, I have trepidation. But also, it's proof that I criticize every game, even the ones that I think is the best of all time. So please don't ever get so dang offended, people. Okay, we made it through barely day 2. That day 2 was possibly a disaster if the dice didn't go our way. I don't like being in that situation. You try to mitigate that. In the early game, it's really hard. And both of those targets it was the event. The event was just so challenging, and I'm still talking about it to this day. All right, let's start day 3. As shown on the track, which you probably can't read way up there, we get to draw 2 cards. So let's draw our first one. It's a very easy mission. There's no bandits, there's no sights. We have to destroy 2 objectives, which are 2 times the Tu-22 backfire. The Tu-22 backfire, let me grab my bomber tray. There are, there's 2 of them, and they have, so they have, 2 on each side. Now, I'm assuming that that's what they mean by 2 times. It could mean that there's just literally 2. It says there's 2 air objectives, and the objectives are each 2 times. So I'm assuming it's 4 bombers. So I just got to go in and destroy 4 bombers with this. This is a very easy mission. It's only 2 victory points. Well, it'll be 3 because of our thing. It's worth doing just to get the experience points. I mean, we're in the early stages. But here's what I would like. I would like to get a secondary mission. So let's draw another card. Oops, I drew 2. It's an SA-10 with an improvement. Aircraft suffer +1 stress on all missions. And it has 6 SA-10s on it. Oh man, so now I regret drawing. See, JB, this is why I don't listen to you. The SA-10s can at least fire back. It's an improvement, so as long as I'm willing to take the extra stress today, I can do that mission tomorrow. And then do this one today. Because this one is just such an easy one. And our F-15s haven't gone on a mission yet, except for Bun Bun. So it's one of those things where it'd be nice to do that. Now the ground objectives here are going to be radar. So we need our F-16s and our Wild Weasels, which are still stressed out. So this is what I'm getting at, is like we can send planes on this particular mission and then do that one tomorrow. I just have to be willing to take the extra stress. So let's look at target 46 and where it's at up here. Where are you, 46? And I will never stop talking about how I hate the font. It just looks like a jumbled mess to me. Like this here, is that 48 or is that 46? Here's 46 right there. So I'm going to cover it up. So 46 is in the stress 2, weight 0.1 band. And it's not bad at all. So it'll be 3 stress instead of 2 stress if I do this mission because of this card. Yeah, I'm going to do what I said. We're going to do this. And we're going to take Andy and Marita for sure. These are 2 F-15s. I'm going to rest Bun Bun. I have to. Bun Bun has 4 stress. So I get to bring 2 more along. I'm going to bring Rogue for ECM jamming, even though there's no ECMs to jam, just for the experience. And then I'm going to rest my 2 Wild Weasels. We're going to bring Bishop for anti-air. So we got 3. And then I'm just bringing somebody else along for the experience. So I'm looking at who is rested, who is not rested. I'm going to bring SWAT, one of my heavy bombers, just to get the experience points. So that means who's not going on the mission? Well, we got Kusanagi here. We have Druid, who's going to lose 2 plus 2, so 4 stress. He's going to lose his 2. He's going to lose his 2. This guy is going to lose 3 stress. So we're going to replace that with a 2. And then this one up here is going to lose 3 stress. And replace that with a 1. Hard to do one-handed. All right, so let's just put our stuff away here. Okay, I'm not gonna aim 7s, everybody, including the heavy bomber. Heavy bomber, yeah, I don't need to equip anything else. It's just aim 7s. There's a 1 weight point penalty, ECM pod. So everybody's carrying 6 aim 7s, and this guy has 10. I mean, we have more than you can imagine. And we're going against 4 bombers who can't shoot back, and they have a +2 on them. So real easy. So we're gonna grab our card here. No support aircraft can be used on this mission, so that means Rogue goes back, no penalty. Next, we draw our bandits. We do intel adjustment, which is a bandit, because we do still draw one bandit for this. So I'm going to get one, and it is an Su-22, which then gets replaced with a Yak-38. So a Yak-38 goes right here. So we're flying in, let's say from this corner. I'm going to move these aside. We start here. He's in the middle. We're out of his range. And we did the air adjustment. And now we go. Fast attack. We can't hit any of them. They can't hit any of us. Turns over. So we move to turn 2. We're flying in like this. The Yak-38 comes out like that. Andy is fast. This one here. So he can go first. So Andy's going to shoot 2 of his missiles at this here. And rolled a 9 and a 3 to guarantee that this is killed. So the bandit is removed. And then we wait until the slow phase and everybody else gets to go. So Marita, remember, they all have 6 missiles. Here, I could represent that still. There's no reason to be so lazy. All of them have 6, except for SWAT here. He has more. He spent 2, and we're going to spend 2 with everybody. So that'll bring them all down to 4 each. And then we're going to go ahead and just shoot. So Marita gets a +3, and Bishop gets a +2. So we're going to do red for +3, green for +2. That's kill. So those 2 are done. And then we can have SWAT shoot. SWAT has a +1. There's a 10 right there. So we're down to 1. Then, we're just going to stay where we are. We go to turn 3. This guy shoots fast. Shoot 2 more. Done. It doesn't matter, folks. It's the easiest turkey shoot ever. That's the reason why I wanted to do this. We have so many missiles. During the next primary mission, draw 1 less sight for the center area, which is fine, but it's funny because we're not going to get to draw any sights so I'm just going to discard it. I also think that we had an objective that let us draw 2 fewer center sights, but that was a nothing burger as well. So we win. Wasn't really even a question. So we're going to go ahead and grab 46 here. So we started with 13 SO. Get this token out of the way. 13 SO. Spent 0. Still have 13. We ended up getting 3 victory points for this. So we're at 11 for the campaign. And as far as experience points go, we have Andy with 2. And we're going to get 3 stress. Andy has 1 cool, so he's going to get 2 stress. And he needs 9. Marita is going to get 2. And Marita is a Bon Jovi fan. He's also going to get 2 stress. Whoops. My watch gets caught up on things. Bishop is going to level up. So Bishop is going to be average with 1 left over. And so let's go ahead and do the award ceremony for him. Bishop is also going to get 2 stress. And the green will become average. So here you can see it's a 1-0, 1 minus 2. And now it's a 1-0, 2 minus 2. So the air-to-air got better. With Bishop, the air-to-ground doesn't get better until really late. And then SWAT, who's really one of our bombers. We did this for the experience points. That's going to level him up. And so SWAT is going to become skilled with 0 left over and get 2 stress. All right, so if we grab this here, so here you can see it's a 1010, and he's going to be 1022. So the bomber just got a lot better. He just went up +2 on his bombing. So that was nice. It was a very low stress mission. Get him leveled up. We got to do the same for the other, which we're going to do in the next mission. So anyways, that was it for day 3. We're at 11. We've got a long way to go. Sorry. Okay, so that was the quickest day we've ever done. It was 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and just roll right into the next one. So I'm going to do this guy here. He does give +1 stress on all missions, but I am going to... This is a tricky timing one. I'm going to assume that if it's still alive. If I destroy this, then the improvement goes away, and we do the stress phase after it's destroyed. So then that +1 stress will not apply. I hope everybody agrees with that. And then it's target 28. So again, looking in, see, like that's 28. Yes, see, man, these fonts, they kill me, but it's the same zone. Stress 2 zone, weight point penalty of 1. So with the ECM pod, it's a weight point penalty of 2. Again, there's no sights, no bandits. It's 6 SA-10s, which the hardest part is finding them. This is an SA-10, and these are nasty, actually. Look at that. They have a range of 4, and there's 6 of them. So I'm going to represent it this way, because I don't want to go find 6 of those in the box. They're all the same. So they have a range of 4, which means we're going to be under a lot of fire on this one. So I for sure am bringing a rogue. We got to ECM jam these guys. We need to make sure everybody has ECM pods. They are radar, so the strike missiles are going to matter. So the Turkey and Duo are coming. These are both the Wild Weasels. We still got a Bandit coming. So that's where Stool comes in. He still has 2 stress, but Stool can help us because he can do Bandits and air to ground, although his air to ground is not that good. I can bring along one of my heavy bombers, or even the naval bomber. It's just that they can't, the heavy bombers can take AGM 45s, just not AGM 88s. So the heavy bombers would work. This is just a 2 stress mission. So yeah, I'm going to bring along Boss, which is the other heavy bomber. I keep saying heavy bomber. It's the Strike Eagle, the 12 weight point guy. That's why I'm calling him heavy bomber, because they can carry more weight points. So we can bring 5 aircraft. I think these 3 alone can do the job. Stool has stress, so I'm going to bring him to make it a 4th one. And then I can bring both heavy bombers. I just don't think that's a good idea, because I need to be ready for whatever comes tomorrow. I can bring like Bun Bun to just help with any bandits that spawn. I have 8 stress. If I bring Druid along, I can use Druid to reduce the... because all of these are going to attack us. Every one of them. This is actually a tougher mission. Oh, and I forgot. I was such a rush. We did get to move our recon by 2. So with this one, I don't want to do a secondary target. I just want to focus on this one. And it is going to move all 3 of my things by 1, which will help. So if I bring Bun Bun, who only has 1 stress, nope, I'm going to bring my naval bomber. And here's why. The naval bomber actually has a +1 air-to-air, and he can equip AIM 7s. So he's going to equip aim 7s, and he has 6 weight points, so he has 4 of them equipped. And then Stool is going to have the AGMs, 45s, and he has 8 weight points, so that means he has 6 of them. And then Boss, Turkey, and Duo. So Turkey and Duo are going to have 4 and 4. And this is where, so if any of the developers are still somehow watching, please just add a chart at the end, somewhere in the rulebook, of how many of each munition we have. Because I don't think I have more than 14 Shrikes in the game. And now I got to sit down and count them, because Boss can equip 10 more. So do I have 10 more to give him? That's my question. And I don't think I do. So, like, I'm counting over here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 for sure. I mean, this is a 12th one right there. Oh, I have a 13. And now I'm just looking, because now I got to flip things over to see. So 13 for sure. I wouldn't be surprised there's a 14th around here I'm just not finding. 13. I do have the AGM 84s. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 78s I mean. But 13 for sure. And then there's a bunch of AGM 65s. It could be on the other side. We're just not sure. All right, so I'm going to go with 13. So I have 14 there, which means I probably have 14. I just can't. Oh, there it is. There's the 14th one. I found it. Oh, and there's a 15th one and a 16th. So we have 16 as far as I can tell. So that means that this guy can carry 2 of them. So I'm going to switch it around. I'm going to put 6 down here, and I'm going to put 2 up there. And then I'm going to have Stool carry some more aim 7s. So if he's carrying, let's see, 2, 4, that means he's carrying 2 more aim 7s. So there we go. We have 2 guys with aim 7s, and then 6, 4, and 4. And he still has more room for stuff. I can give him some aim 7s, but I don't know what to give him. In fact, I will give him Mavericks, the aim 62s. So if he has 6, he can carry 10. So he's got 2 Mavericks. So we have an AGM 65, and we have 2 of those. Now, these aren't vehicles, so he doesn't get any bonuses. But the point here is I'm running out of stuff to shoot. And I'm trying to stay within my my counter limits here, which could be wrong, but I for sure counted 16. Okay, so the hardest part is going to be surviving, and we can come in from anywhere. So from a camera perspective, I can start over here, and then let's do on the way there. Subtract 2 from all air to ground at high altitude on this mission. That is horrible, because every single Shrike is air to ground. So that's a very bad one. And then we place Bandit. So here we go. We got a MiG-29, which is one of the ones that are allowed. So it's not a good one. That means he can shoot at us as well. Now we're over the middle. Randomly destroy any one site. Draw 3 bandits for the center area. Okay, well, there's only these. So we're down to 5 sites. So one of the objectives is destroyed, but now we have to draw 3 more bandits. Holy buckets. Okay, so 3 more bandits. These are the 3. We got a MiG-21, a MiG-23, and a no bandit. So the no bandit counts. The MiG-21. So that becomes a Yak-38. Sorry, I was just trying to read here. So MiG-21's out. The MiG-23 is in. And that's a range 2. Okay, so now all of a sudden we have a lot of... I still only have 5. I have 6 things attacking me. Yeah, let's rock and roll. Now, did I want to bring Druid along? Because like I said, I could use him to jam this. Because I know I'm going to need jamming. If I do, I'm going to really stress him out even more. He's at 8 stress right now. He would take 5 more and go back up to 13 and just basically be out the next several missions. I'm not going to do it. So everybody who didn't go on a mission, going to remove their stress right now. So Marita is gone, SWAT is gone, Andy doesn't have any left. Stool is in the mission. Bishop doesn't have any left. Bun Bun has none left. And then we're going to remove 4 from Druid. So Druid is now down to 4 remaining stress. Okay. Okay, so sorry, I had to step away for a bit there. So we did the middle. There's no Foxhound ER attack, thank goodness. We're on turn 1, which, here's my turn marker. I moved the wrong marker. This is where we are. We're up high. The -2 air to ground is gonna be a problem. But let's deal with this. So fast pilots go first. I don't have any. And so they're going to get to go. And I'm going to get attacked by 5 of these and 1 of those. So let's just roll 5 dice. These are all ECMs. And all but 1 actually blocked. That is an amazing roll. All right, so 1 gets through. And then we're going to roll for that MiG. He gets through as well. So... let's start with the this guy. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going after Rogue, and that one is going after Stool. So Rogue can take 3 stress to just reduce both of them by 1. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So he's gonna take 3 stress to reduce them both by 1. It's gonna turn into 4 stress because he's evading himself. So let's start with the one that's evading himself. So this guy is attacking Rogue. I rolled a 10, which is nasty, but that 4 becomes a 2 because Rogue gets an extra -1 if he's being targeted, and that causes him to take no stress. It was a complete miss. Now this one is attacking Stool, and you can see I had a 5, and you saw the 2. I have a 5 as well. But I do have to give Stool 1 stress, so he's going up to 3. And he doesn't go shaken until he gets to 6. But the 2 is another miss. So we did really well, but we're going to have to survive another round of this, because now we're going to go to turn 2. And I'm going to move in closer to there, and this guy is going to move out. Now everybody is in range. And I do have my Italian bomber who has 1 SA point. Not Italian, my Japanese guy, Kusanagi, does have 1 SA. He can just use it on himself because he has aim 7s. So I'm going to shoot 2 of those aim 7s. In fact, I'm going to go down to 2. And we're going to go after this guy because he's the deadliest one out there. Although this one's not nice either. There's an 8. That's enough to destroy this one. So he's gone. But we still have 2 left. And I can't do anything about them, so I'm going to now take shots from all of them, including these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the middle. only one made it through. Again, block, 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 block. We are rolling like a boss right now. And we have boss on the mission. And then we're gonna do the Yak 38 here. He's getting through as well. So the one guy here, who's he attacking? He's attacking Rogue, and this guy is attacking Kusanagi. I'm just gonna take regular stress, so Kusanagi's gonna take 1, and Rogue, am I gonna take 4 more stress to reduce everything by 1? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go to 8, because I'm gonna regret it if I don't. That's the problem with this game, is so many regrets. So I'm up to 8 stress. I can only use my abilities 1 more time, but since he's being attacked, it might happen right here. So we're gonna roll for him. That's 3 becomes a 1, and it's a miss. And he did have to take 1 stress to evade, so he is no longer able to use any of his skills. And then as for the other one, it's going after Kusanagi. That was a 10, horrible, but the 5 is manageable. That gets reduced to a 4, but it still results in 1 stress for Kusanagi, so he's at 2. But now we get to shoot. So Kusanagi went fast. No, he used an SA. So now he can go regular, and he's gonna shoot his final 2 aim 7s at this guy. And there was an 8 and a 4. The 8 for sure hits. So this guy is destroyed. All of his aim 7s are gone. So he has none left. And then Stool here has 2 aim 7s. He's gonna shoot both of his. So we're gonna get rid of both of those. And there's 2 8s. He rolled some crazy 8s, so this is gone. And so all the bandits are at least gone. But Stool has some strikes he can't shoot at the moment. All right, so now we got these guys, right? I have multiple strikes equipped with everybody. They normally hit with a 5, but now it's a 7 because of the dang -2 to the air-to-ground attack rolls. So if you think about it that way. But it's just a -2. So let's figure out where we're at here. Boss has a targeting pod, which is a +2. And then he comes with a +1. So the -2 from the event cancels the +2. And his +1's canceled, so he has a +0 to his rolls. So he's got a 50-50 shot at hitting with his. Next, on the line here, we have Turkey, who has a +1 with Wild Weasel, which makes it a +2. That gets canceled, and so Turkey is actually, because of the campaign rules, Turkey's at a -1. And then Duo here is a +1, which becomes a 0, which becomes a -2. So we're in a horrible, horrible situation. We might actually lose this mission because of this stupid event. Like, the event couldn't have come at a worse time. So we got 5 of these. I can only take them out, however I can here. And I'm going to start with Duo here is going to shoot 2 of his 4. We get a -2 to our rolls, and I needed this. I rolled a 9. That -2 becomes a 7. I only needed a 5 to hit. They do have +0 written on them, so this is reduced to 4. All right, so that was successful. We still got 4 more to go, though, and Turkey's going to do the same thing. We're going to shoot 2 with a -1 to our rolls, and Turkey rolled an 8. That's really good. So now this 4 becomes a 3. That's what we wanted. And then Boss here has 6 of them, so I'm going to shoot 2. And I only rolled 2 2s, which is horrible. So Boss missed. And that's it. So now we're going to go to turn 3. There's no need to get closer to the target. 3 of them are shooting at us. And I blocked 2 of them again. So 1 gets through and is attacking Rogue. Rogue can't do anything. He can evade, so he's now up to 10 stress. And we rolled a 6 and an 8. 6 becomes a 5, so it just means another stress for Rogue. So Rogue is like what Druid was. He's up to 11 stress. He's in bad shape, but we survived. That's the key thing. We survived. So we're on turn 3. Stool has 2 of them. He's going to shoot both. Stool air to ground is not good. It's a -2, and it becomes a -4 because of the event, and the campaign rule gets canceled with his guard guy. So it's a -4. He rolled a 1 and a 2, so that was a worthless roll. Okay, next up is Boss. I'm going to shoot 2 more. Yeah, we only got to get 3 of them. So there's a 10 and an 8, so we got him. So he's down to 2 alive. And then we're going to shoot 2 with Turkey with a -1 to our roll. I see a 9 right here. So we got him down to 1. And then we're going to shoot 2 with Duo. And there's a 6. Ooh. The 6 Duo gets a -2, so it becomes a 4. And I needed a 5. So Duo misses. So now we got to go to turn 4. We have to survive yet again. So here's the first roll. We ECM jammed him. I'm going to shoot 2 with Boss. I rolled an 8 and another 8. Oh boy, we finally did it. And that was not easy, folks. I thought that was going to be an easy mission, but we did it. We got them all. A lot of stress on Rogue to protect us, but we were able to do it. So let's fly home. Discard to reroll any die roll. I am going to keep that because if I ever get destroyed someday, we're going to definitely use that. And discard this. I know we were allowed to like deploy 1 less site in the center, but objectives aren't considered sites for that purpose. So I can't do that. Okay. Oh, that goes over there. That goes over there. And then let's get some stuff out of the way. All right, so we get 2 stress for the mission. This is going to move all 3 dials by 1, and it's 3 victory points. So let's do that first. So we can draw 4 cards. This, we still draw 1 bandit, but it's getting closer to being good, and then it's 2 less hits for targets, which is very, very good. All right, and then where's my sheet? So this was target 28. We started with 13. We destroyed the target. 4 victory points. We're at 15, 1/3 of the way through. 45 is not going to cut it, folks. I got to get a lot more experience or victory points than this. But the beginning of the campaign is tough. I can't push my guys any more than I currently am. So Kusanagi is going to go to 4. Still does not level up. And is going to get 2 more stress. So hopefully tomorrow is not a naval target. Next is Stool, who is going to level up, and he's going to become skilled with 0 left over. So here's Stool, and he's going to get 1 stress. And you can see it's 1, 0, 2, -2, 2, 0, 2, -1. So a lot better. Next up is Boss. And one of the reasons we brought him was so he can level up, which he's definitely going to do here. He's going to gain 1 stress. And he's going to go to skilled with 0 left over. And Boss is 1, 0, 1, 0 to 2, 0, 1, 1. So he finally got some bonus to his air to ground. And his cool is excellent. Turkey is going to take 2 stress. He has no cool, but Turkey is for sure leveling up here. And he's going to go to average with 0 left over. Oops, that's this one. Come on. All right, so we have a 0, 0, 1, 0, and now it's a 1, 0, 2, 1. So we finally got him some cool, which is good. His air to air is better than his air to ground. And then we have Duo here, who is definitely leveling up. Or no, he's not. He's going to have, he started off as a noob. So he's going to have 2 of the 3 that he needs to level up. And he will also have 2 stress. And then Rogue, as you can see here, won't get any more stress because he has 2 cool. But he's sitting on 11, so he's going to be out for a while. But Rogue does level up, so he's going to become skilled with 0 left over. And Rogue, I mean, the big ones here are 3, 3, 3, right? 1, 0, and now it's going to be 2, 3, 2 with a cool of 2. So he's now up to 3 cool. Gonna need it because it's gonna, I mean, he'll lose 5 stress by missing tomorrow's mission, but yeah, that's a lot. All right, I just start day 5. I took a bit of a break. It's been at least an hour and a half. I know for you it's only been a split second as I paused the recording, but for me it's been quite a while. The cool news I have during this time is that DVG just shipped. So I got the email about 10 minutes ago. So very, very happy about that. It's still in the pre-shipping notice, so I don't have a delivery date. But, you know, knowing DVG and how well things usually go, I should have it by end of week. Today is a Wednesday, the 29th. I'm expecting it Friday or Saturday, but I'll wait till I get the actual tracking notice to know for sure. But yeah, very, very excited about that. Meanwhile, we have some more to do here. So let's start the next day. We can draw 4 cards now. As far as like stress goes, we bombed, or our Japanese naval bomber is a bit stressed. We took him on the last mission. Both of our ECM jammers are a bit stressed. This one's very stressed. We have stress on our 2 wild weasel guys, which was intentional. Stool has stress. Our heavy bombers are good to go. All of our F-15s are good to go. And we got an F-16 back there that's good to go. So it'd be really nice to get a nice like runway or something that has a lot of bandits, and then, you know, we get to maybe destroy something big. You know, it takes a lot of bombs. So let's see. Let's draw our first card. Guess what we just drew? So we got an airfield. Yeah, it's a big, so this big cancels the -1 air to ground penalty that we have for the special condition. -1 stress is always good, and it's only 3 victory points. That's my biggest issue. It moves the intel track, which is going to reduce our bandits finally, because we get that bandit intel adjustment. I like it. It takes 6 aircraft. Let's do it. The victory points is a little low. But we will get 4 out of the deal. We need to average better than 4. We've only been getting 3 on a few spots. So we're going to have to get some secondary targets in, is what I'm trying to say. I didn't study how many secondary targets are actually in the deck, but now that we get to draw 4 cards, we are going to be able to start doing that. But in the meantime, like right now, let's go after this one. because I want to move the intel track one more blip to the right so we stop drawing extra bandits. That is the key thing I want to accomplish. I want to get some rest on my guys and maybe get some more experience points before we start doing double missions, things of that nature. I do have 13 SOs, which it used to be 9 for priority R&R. Now it's 12 for priority R&R, so it's a little more expensive. We could do one, but anyways, let's do this. Oh, let's figure out where is our target. This is target number 8, which, oh boy, look at that. It's way the blazes up here. So this is a -3 weight point penalty and a 4 stress mission. Now it does say -1 stress on the card, so that helps. But this is a 4 weight point penalty. I do have -2 hits on my infrastructure, so that 16 becomes a 14. Anyways, let's get the sights out. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2 in the middle. So on the left, we have a nothing burger. On the top, nothing burger. On the bottom, absolute nothing burger. On the right, we have a threat, a pretty nasty one, and another threat in the middle with no sight. So we have 2 threats. Not bad, but we do have to mitigate them. And that does mean I need to shoot some shrikes. Well, I can tell you with certainty both heavy bombers are coming along. We get to bring 6 pilots on this. So we're going to bring both heavy bombers. We're going to draw 4 bandits around the edge, and then a 5th one for the intel adjustment. So we are going to have 5 bandits, potentially. So there's no reason not to bring some F-15s. How many, though? This is a perfect job for Stool, because he can bring 2 Shrikes and some AIM-7s, but Stool is pretty stressed. He's at 4 right now. We can bring Turkey. Yeah. So I've been bringing both Wild Weasels every time. I can just bring one and rest the other. That might work. I'm thinking the 3 weight point penalty is a big deal. So let's look at like these 2, for example. We got Boss is on the top here. So Boss has a +1, +3. This cancels the campaign penalty, so he has a +3 air to ground. Right? And then SWAT here has a 4 air to ground. So they have some really nice bonuses right now, which is good. That's what we want. Then there's a 3 weight point penalty plus an ECM pod, so they can take 8 weight points each. And so one of these Mark 84s, which is a 3 weight point bomb, right? They can have 8 pounds worth. So that means they can only bring 2 of them. And so that's 6. And then they're going to bring a 2-pounder for 8. And then just trying to find another 2-pounder here. So at most, this is 3, 6, 9 possible hits. I need 14. I am not going to hit everyone, especially with this one. I need a 10 to get 3 hits on this one. This one's a little better. I mean, with a +4, I'm guaranteed, even if I roll 1, I'm guaranteed 2 hits. So this is ×2, so I'm guaranteed 4 hits with this guy. This one, I'm not guaranteed 4 hits. I'm guaranteed 2 hits. So between these 2 bombs, I'm guaranteed 6 hits out of the 14. There's a really good chance that this is going to also do 4 hits, which would be another 2, which would get us to 8 out of the 14. And then it's about eking out the rest. And the rest, to be quite honest, is, okay, let's assume I get one more hit on these. So that puts us to 10. Maybe I'll get 3 hits on, let's say, half of those. That would put us to 12. It's still not enough. I need more bombs than just what I have. So I have my Japanese bomber. He can carry the same type of mission, but I'm not going to bring him. I got to rest him in case we get a naval target next turn. So what will I do? That's my question. I'm speaking it out loud here because I'm struggling. I got to bring an F-16, and the problem is Stool, who's my primary air-to-ground F-16, is very stressed. So we're going to bring Bishop then. Have to. He has a -2 on his air-to-ground. That's not good. He does have Guard Guy, which makes it into a -1. But that's it. So we're talking -1 for his rolls. He can bring 8, -3. He can bring a 5 weight point. So he's bringing 1, 3, and 1, 2. And the issue with him is I still need Shrikes. 1 second, that thing's gonna beep forever. Okay, so my dilemma here is I need to get more bombs in. I don't have any good bombers. I do have the naval bomber, which if I bring him on this mission, I mean, this is a 4-stress mission, so whoever goes is gonna get stressed to the max. I literally only have 2 bombers left. I have Stool and Kusanagi, the naval bomber. Those are the only 2 I have left in my arsenal. I never in my wildest dreams thought that 2 of these were not going to be sufficient. And actually, maybe this might be an opportunity to pay for a KG-135. In fact, I think I'm going to strongly consider one. So we have this guy here that can refuel 4 aircraft. If we play with the modified rules, we're going to pay 3 SO points, which I think that might be worth it. I think there was another one. I thought there was a 130. Oh, there's a KC-10. See, this one's 8 aircraft. That's a bit much. I don't need 8. That's also 8. What's the difference between the 2? May ignore the weight point penalty on the map. This one is 8, may ignore the weight point and stress penalty. Oh, what a wild one that would be. So I could, I mean, it costs 10 SO, so it's a lot more expensive, but I could theoretically refuel them. They have full weight points, and they ignore the stress as well, and makes them available for tomorrow. Look, we got, so here's the other thing. I guess we have 2 KC-135s because I may need to refuel 8 planes. So this one is ignore weight and stress, but it's only 4 planes. Costs 6. I'm assuming that's the same as this guy. Yes, it is. All right, well, maybe we're finding an actual use for this. So if I pay 6 SO points, which is still a lot. I mean, I could have gotten another Strike Eagle for 12. You know, I could have but I am going to do it because it drastically changes things. Because now I'm only spending 1 on the ECM pod. These 2 are going to go away, and they're going to be replaced with the 1-weight bombs, wherever those are. They're not that good, but that's 1 weight. So between that and the ECM pod, right, we've just spent 2 weight points. But they have 12 total, so that means they can do 10. Well, technically they can do 11. So actually, let's reconsider this. I didn't do the math properly. Those 2s are staying. These are becoming, instead of 2s, they're becoming 3s. So that's 9 weight points worth of bombs, and then this is 10, 11. And you may think, okay, all you did was just add 1 more bomb to each one. But it's a bomb, like in this case, that's another 2 hits guaranteed. And then 1 hit guaranteed up here. That's another 3 hits guaranteed. So we were at 6 guaranteed. Now we're at 9. I only need to get to 14. So now I'm feeling very good about the situation. And because this is I can do 4 aircraft, Bishop here, he has 8 weight points. So this puts him down to 5. The ECM pod makes it 4. I'm going to give him an AIM-7, 2 of them. That brings him down to 2 and still get 2. So I got an extra bomb on him, but I can also shoot some AIM-7s. His air-to-ground, like I said, is -1, but Bishop's air-to-air is +3. So he has a 3 air-to-air. So he's really good. And I still get to bring 3 more planes on the mission. That's the crazy part. Am I going to bring Druid or Rogue? They're both very stressed. If I let Druid rest one more time, Druid would get rid of all of his stress. I could bring Druid along to help in a pinch. This is a 4-stress mission. Yeah, I'm not going to bring Druid or Rogue. Now, I still got 1 more pilot that I can bring along that will gain no stress and have no weight point penalty. And that pilot is going to be Duo here. So Duo has 6 weight points total. So the ECM makes it 1. Goes down to 5, I mean. And then he's going to bring some Shrikes. So he can bring 5 weight points worth of Shrikes, so 5 of them. We only need to take out 2. But Duo's air-to-ground is a +2. But the campaign makes it a +1. So he has a +1 air-to-ground, which is better than... I'm sorry, he has a +0 air-to-ground. I was looking at Turkey stats. So, +0 air-to-ground. He has the Wild Weasel stat, which gives him a +1, but then the campaign gives him a -1. And we're talking about against sights, because that's what Shrikes are used for. The target is a large or a big target, but that doesn't help because he's not shooting at the target, excuse me. All right, so that's 4 of our planes. We can still bring 2 more. And technically, I don't need to bring AIM-7s with Bishop. His +3 air-to-air is just so good. But let's make sure we destroy the target. So we're going to get rid of the AIM-7s for Bishop. And so I have 4 weight points. So I can actually make this a double for 6. And then we're going to bring in one of the weaker ones. You know what? Instead of a weaker one, he'll take 1 AIM-7, because the weaker one is just so. With a -1 to roll, it's not even worth having the weaker, the 1 weight point bomb, the Mark 82. So he'll just bring an AIM-7. So now it's just I could bring 2 others. So I'm gonna bring. I should bring Andy. Andy's fast. I'm sort of saving him for when we're going up against a lot of bandits, but we're going to go up against 5. But I'm going to bring Marita and Bun Bun. And these guys are both going to be armed with AIM-7s. And I don't know what I did with all the AIM-7s. Here's another one. And they're not going to get the benefit of this. This is only helping 4 aircraft. It's the bottom 4. So they have a weight point of 8. They get a penalty of 3 with the ECM pod, which is 4. So they each have 4 AIM-7s, which I think is more than enough for this mission. And I apologize, because like this is something I normally build over here, and I built it right on the board, and now we got to draw tokens, and this is interfering with the actual game space. This is how my mind works, and my work desk at my office looks the same way. I just I get an idea and I just start playing it out, and then it's like, well, now I don't want to move it, so I leave it there. Okay, so we got everybody equipped. We're gonna draw the event. The target is a vehicle target. It takes 3 additional hits to destroy. It's not, but we get an experience point anyways. So that is awesome. +1 experience for us. I hope I don't forget that. Second, we place our aircraft, choose altitude. So here's our aircraft here. I'm gonna place it over here on this side. So we're away from all this, and we're in range to shoot this, but he's not able to shoot us. And this was a sight, not a... These 2 sights here are worthless, so I'm gonna just take them off the board. They're not gonna play any role in this game unless an event that I draw is gonna do it. So now we're gonna determine and place bandits. We have to draw 1 for the 4 sides. So here we go. 1, 1, 1, and 1. I see a no bandit and a no bandit, so that's good. This one is a MiG-25, which is going to leave, and we're going to replace with a Yak-38, which is always good. These Yak-38s only have a range of 1. They're good, and they're easier to hit as well. And then this one at the top is a MiG-23, which is going to stay, and it's a range 2. So where we're currently at, we are out of his range, and he's out of our range as well. But the good news, though, is we don't have to worry yet. I'm checking, do we have any SA points? The answer is no. Our bomber, of all people, is the only one with SA points right now. So for turn 1, there's no harm for us, but let's draw our over target. Each green and newbie pilot attacking the target suffers 1 stress first. Do I have any green or noobs? I have Duo here, who's a green, but he's only going to attack the sights, not the targets. So we should be fine. There's no other greens left. Duo is the only green left in our squad, and he is here to attack these guys. So that won't apply. We're going to do the Intel air adjustment. I should have done that before drawing that last card. And we drew an Su-27. Now that is a nasty one. So yeah, we're going to be attacked now. And then, yeah, we start our first turn. So that Su-27 is going to attack us. I have no ECM jammer. And while I'm on the subject, let's remove stress from everybody who didn't go on the mission. So that one's gone for 1. Stool is going to lose 4. Turkey is going to lose 2. And then this guy is going to lose 4. This guy is going to lose 2. So we're going to put one of those in. And then this guy here is going to lose 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got a 3 here. I'm going to replace that 8 with a 3. All right, so we do have 1 jammer available for tomorrow's mission. Okay. Yeah, so turn 1, I have nobody gonna go fast. This guy's gonna attack me. This one here. So here's the ECM gem. Oh, we had a 6 and it rolled to a 5. So he's getting through. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 of them. He's attacking Bun Bun, who will take the stress to evade. Have to do that. Always take the stress. Don't ever not take the stress. Because you could roll a 9 like that, but we rolled a 6, which is also bad. A 6 is damaged. So Bun Bun just lost all 4 of his aim 7s and his damage. So now the game just got a lot more interesting. That blows chunks, but damage does not ruin experience points or anything, but it definitely throws a wrinkle. Okay, so now it's our turn. We can only attack this, which I will. And we have Duo here with 5 Shrikes. So he's going to shoot, this has a -1 on it, so he's going to shoot 3 of them. And now he has 2 Shrikes left. So we're going to roll 3 dice with a -1. We need a 5. That's a 10 right there, so I don't need to do the math. Duo had a no bonus to his rolls, and this did a -1. So I needed a 6 or better. I mean, both of these would have hit, but this is destroyed, which is good. We needed to get that out of the way. That is the only target that we were able to shoot. So now we're going to move forward 1, and then go to turn 2. This one is now able to shoot us. He still could. He's still out of range, and this guy in the back is going to move to here so he can shoot us. So we now have 1, 2, 3 out of the 4 that can shoot us. Here, here, and here. And they're all bandits. So I'm going to move this like over because he can't shoot us yet. So we're going to do red, green, blue like we always do. I just like to do that because it allows me to roll multiple dice, and it's easy to remember which one was which. So always top to bottom, red, green, blue. This is ECM Jam. So that's a 6, that's a 6, and that was a 9. So we jammed all 3 of them. I couldn't be more excited about that. So that means Bun Bun lives. And I am going to use Bishop here with his 1 aim 7 that we brought, and I'm so glad we brought that. And he's going to shoot this one here. And I rolled a 1. Oh, you suck. And so then Marita here is going to shoot one of his, and I'm going to shoot the same one. I rolled a 6, so I finally destroy that guy. But I was hoping to have 2 of these guys killed, not just 1. All right, so now we could move towards the target. I am not. I'm going to loiter. So we're going to go to turn 3 and not move. Everybody's going to stay where they are. I'm not moving because that would put this guy in range. And, I'm sorry, Duo can shoot at this guy. Let's do that. So Duo's going to shoot both of his Shrikes that he has remaining. And he hits. So this is destroyed. We can move in. We can move in now. That was what was holding me back. So Duo is out of weapons. All right. Marita does have 3 aim 7s, but he can only shoot 1 at a time. And we have to do ECM jams again. So both of them failed. So now they're attacking both of us. Let's just start with the guy at the top. He's attacking Boss. So Boss will take a stress. Like I said, we got to do whatever we can to improve our odds. And I rolled a 5 and a 3. The 3 is another stress. So Boss is up to 2 stress. All right, and then we're going to roll for this guy. He's going after Duo, who doesn't have any weapons left. But I still don't want Duo to be destroyed. So Duo will take a stress. Because if I try to risk it and I roll that 110. All right, so 3 and a 7. Like the 3 is actually a complete miss. So it sort of worked. Okay, so we survived. So now Marita gets to shoot again. He has 3 missiles. He's going to shoot 2 of them and have 1 left at this guy at the top. I just want to make sure I kill this guy. No rolling a 1 or anything stupid. So he's dead. That's all I can do. Now we go to turn 4 and we are over target. This guy's going to shoot again. We rolled a 10, so we ECM jammed him. Now Marita gets a bonus if we kill 3 bandits in this mission. And I haven't been able to... We've already killed 3. So he's going to shoot this guy just to make sure. And it's a 5. I forgot to do his thing. Brita gets a +3, so that's an 8. This is a +2. So we for sure killed 3 bandits. So Brita is going to get another experience point because he has the Bushido Justice skill. So we get an extra experience point from the event, and he's going to get another experience point himself. So very excited. I love experience points. Okay, so with that said, we got to bomb our targets now, and we actually have to hit. So let's start with this guy at the bottom. He gets a +4 to his rolls, where, just to refresh your memory, it's a 3, 5, 8, and we have 3 of them. So I'm going to roll 3 dice, and then I'm going to roll the red die for this one, which is a, this is going to be hard to hold up for you because I'm holding all this stuff, 5, 7, 10. So the red die represents the that bomb. This represents the other 3. And I get to do a +4 to all of them. And I need 14 hits to kill this thing. Okay, so this becomes a 10. So that's 3 hits, right? This is a 10 for 3 hits. This is a 10 for 3 hits. That's 9. And then this is a 5 for 2 hits. So I just got 11 hits on this sucker. So I got a 10, and there's a 1 for 11. All right. So we're doing fantastic. The thing is the roll doesn't necessarily go that well all the time. That's why I have to worry so much. But now we're going to do the same with the boss here, who only gets a +3 to his dice. And I rolled really well. This is a 9 for 3 hits. This is a 8 for 3 hits. A 10 for 3 hits, and a 9 for 2 hits. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 more hits. I did 22 hits to something I only needed 14. So yeah, I demolished this thing. But we cleared it. We did take a damage, but at the end of the day, it didn't hurt us. We had to suffer a few more attacks, but the ECM jam, the ECM pods are a must. You must take ECM pods on every mission. Don't even think about it. Don't forget that I get the wave stress for the bottom 4, and that actually was a good spending of 6 SO points. I agree. It was a good use of an SQA. The 18 SO points, which is what it lists for a long campaign, is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, I'm swallowing hard that I had to spend 6 for that. But it was a good 6. So it's sort of like a dry heat. All right, so this is target number 8. And we had started with 13 SO. We spent 6. That leaves us with 7. So that means we can do it one more time. And I actually might end up using those a little bit more. We destroyed the target. We get 4 victory points, which puts us to 19. We're still in the Schneid. We're not even out of Dismal yet. We get to remove Recon and Intel, 1 each. So that's a good deal. So Recon, we now can draw 5 cards. And the Intel, we now no longer draw bandits. That's big deal. That bandit we drew at the end was actually the worst one. All right, and then let's do some experience points. Let's start with Bun Bun. This was a 4-stress mission. So Bun Bun has a cool of 1. So we're going to get 3 stress for a total of 4. And 3 experience points because of that card. He has 2. He's going to level up. So Bun Bun's going to become skilled with 1 left over. So that's excellent. So here we go. We have a 102. and it becomes a 203. So Bun Bun is max damage. That's what I like. The Bun Bun. Bun Bun's a good pilot. Next, Marita. So Marita has to take 4 stress, which becomes 3. And Marita is going to get 4 experience points. 2 normally, 1 because of the event card, and then 1 because of his skill. He killed 3. He didn't have 3 bandits were destroyed, is how it's worded. So 4 experience points for Marita. That's a automatic level up. He only needed 4 to level up, and he has 2. So he's actually going to go to skilled with his 2 left over. That's fantastic. So here we go. We have a 102, and now it's a 202. So very happy. Yeah, that's very good. And he only needs 6 to go to the next level. All right, so he's done. And then these guys don't take any stress. So we start with Duo here. We had the refueling plane. He has 0 cool, which sort of sucks because we could have gone down in stress, but it doesn't work that way. But he doesn't gain any stress, which is good. He only needed 3 to level up, and he just gained 3 from the mission, so we know he's leveling up. He actually has 2 experience points already, so he's going to go to average with 2 left over. And here we go. So right now, he has 0, 0, 0, 0, and he is going to become 0, 1, 0, 1. So his cool value stinks so far. He gets his first cool, but he only needs 4 experience points, and he has 2 of them that carried over. So he's already Bon Joviing it. So we're good. Next up is Bishop. Let me get all these tokens out of the way. All right, so Bishop is our air-to-air F-16. He's average. He needed 4 to level up. He's going to get 3. He gains no stress, so he's available for tomorrow. And he was the GNR guy, I think, but so he had 1 left over. He gets 3, so he's actually going to become skilled with 0 left over. This is going to be a good promotion for him. So he's 1, 0, 2, -2. Now he's 2, 0, 2, -1. So his air to ground got a little better, which is helpful. His air to ground doesn't ever go above +1, I think, but anything that the closer you get to 0, the better with some of these, because they do have skills that cancel out the campaign penalty. Next we have Boss, which has 2 stress. But because he has 2 cool, he's actually going to lose those 2 stress. He gained none from the mission, as you recall. So he needs 5 to level up. Boss currently has 0, so he's going to sit with 3 out of his 5, which is very, very good. Getting him leveled up again will be the boss. And then SWAT here had no stress, continues to have no stress. He needs 6 to level up. And then SWAT's in the same boat, and he became a Bon Jovi fan. He's now halfway there. So that was a good mission. It wasn't a lot of experience. It wasn't a lot of victory points, but the experience points was fantastic. I'm telling you, my strategy with Hornet Leader was always to save enough SO points to do 2 priority RNRs. In a long campaign, 12 to 15 days long, you need 2 priority RNRs to get through it. Because, at some point you're going to take a high stress mission, and then a priority RNR will get all your guys 1 extra chance to reduce their stress so you can stay on top of things. I am now realizing that these SQAs cost. Now, granted, we're doing a little bit of a house rule here where we're only paying 6 instead of the 18 SO points. But for half the SO points, I can take 4 of my pilots and let them go on a mission stress-free, which that alone is a huge boon. And then, of course, the waypoint penalty gets removed. And if they have a cool value, they can actually reduce their stress on the mission. It's like just as good as resting them. So anyways, it's not a bad way to look at things. It's definitely a new twist, which, I like. I like that. Gives me more options. It also makes me not be so poo-poo about SQA being junk. It's still mostly junk, folks. I can't, they don't give me enough SO points to afford stuff like that every mission. And maybe I'm not supposed to afford it every mission. Wouldn't it be fun if we could bring an SQA every mission? That would be awesome. Give me a really difficult campaign. Make it hard. And then say, you're allowed to bring 1 SQA for free every mission. I mean, that would make it fantastic. Although I'd probably pick the refueling guy every time. But you get what I mean. In Hornet Leader, you could pay for a refueling guy, which was even better. And you kept him the whole mission. It was like a support plane. I sort of like that still. I like that more than this SQA thing. But in Hornet Leader, there was no such thing as the no stress. Now, I will say that when we get into, for example, these are the experimental aircraft, which we said are too expensive. These Lions only cost 3 to pick up. And they come with Gung Ho, which is the same as a Bushido. A lot of them, if they get the legendary, of course. And then they also hit on a 9 with their cannon. That was the one, I think, why I'd want to use a cannon, I don't know, but they do. They're really odd that way. Then the X-31s, again, they're a little on the pricey side, but they're fast even as a noob. So they're just always fast. And of course, they're really, you should be using them for air-to-air, but they could do air-to-ground. They just don't have a lot of weight points. But the one I'm looking for, this one you can be fast on any one of the 5 turns, which is fantastic. Again, I really like it. It's an F-18, which is really cool. 8 weight points, really cool. Look at that, +3, +3. I mean, you have to pay 6 SO, though, just for 8 weight points, where I'm paying 12 for 12 weight points. That's my dilemma. And just to be able to go fast once, I don't know. It just, I can't justify it. The F-16 XL, we're paying 6 SOs for these. There you go. There's 10 weight points on these. Could be, you could do it. It's not as good as an Aardvark, but it's halfway, right? So it's just an F-16 that's larger. You only drop traditional bombs. Maybe I should consider that. But the one I'm looking for, this one had +2 air-to-air for all range 1. You have to pay a lot of SO points, but man, it's nice. I mean, if you take away the fact that you're paying a skill for all of your F-15s, that 9 becomes a 6, right? Because you're buying a skill which costs 3. This is basically guys, this is the one. No map weight point penalty. That is all the time. So you have 8 weight points that are used all the time. That makes it great, except this guy only has +2s on him, so that sucks. And then, is he the only one? Well, you have the Tomcat here, which, that AGM 54, or AIM 54, they told you to scratch that. That's fine. This is +2 air to ground, the Tomcat ones. So again, they give you a +2 air to ground. They don't even give you a full +3 on this guy, so it's a waste. I don't like it when designers do that. I mean, I guess it's overkill to have somebody who's got a +5 air to ground, but here we go, +5. This guy, Glutton. He can do it, but And we did do these guys on the first mission. It turned out that I could just buy skills and get almost as much of a bonus. Then these mirages are just crazy. They hit on a 7 with the gunfighter. I mean, it would still be cool to pick a French mission where we just send a bunch of gunfighters. But yeah, that guy with the no weight point penalty didn't even have a +3. But I'm just now realizing we picked a different one. And if it was a good pilot, I kept it reserved. Give me a second. I have some good pilots that I set aside. Here they are. These are the pilots we took on our first campaign we ever did. So we brought along Prejudice, which was our air-to-air guy. And so he had basically a +5 air-to-air. His weight points were low. But here we go. Mega Hit was the one we took. He only had a 1 air-to-ground. Or I'm sorry. That was at Skilled. At Legendary, he had a +3 air-to-ground. But you had to get him to Legendary. And no weight point penalty. That one was decent. So, anyways, what am I going with all this? Spending the SO points on a no map weight point penalty is nice for a mission like the one we just did. So then you don't have to buy these SQAs. But in both cases, you're spending SO points. It's just that a guy like Mega Hit, it's a one-time cost. Whereas this SQA, we have to pay that every single mission. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that's why the SQAs are overpriced. Like, if I can buy a guy from the experimental weapons thing that can do a mission like this over and over again, all 12 days for a cost of, 9 SOs, then why is my SQA costing 18 SOs for one mission? It makes no sense. Anyways, that's just my thoughts. I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. And we are at 5 days, 19 points. We're lagging a little bit, but I think we're getting there. Our pilots are leveling up fairly well. We have a lot of low stress pilots out there right now. So thanks for watching and stay awesome.